Well, the situation in Gaza has become a major political flashpoint in the U.S., and that includes pro-Palestinian demonstrations that have taken hold on many American campuses. Some have led to heated confrontations and arrests. A group at Columbia University in New York is refusing to disband. CBC's Chris Reyes has more on the situation.
So we're right at the entrance of what is called the Gaza Solidarity Encampment on the campus here at Columbia University. This is taking up part of the South Fields lawn, which is essentially the main square of the school. So we're right at the entrance. We're respecting their boundaries. They're not allowing cameras to go inside, but almost any student can come in as long as they follow the encampment's community guidelines, which all revolve around respect and, no alcohol, no violence, and respectful speech inside. We can't go in, but we can zoom the camera in to show you what it's like. It's inside, and it's a fully running encampment with dozens of tents, dozens of students inside. You can see dozens of Palestinian flags everywhere. They are going to be talking to media with a briefing at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so we'll find out more about next steps because from what we understand, those who are running the encampment are in talks with school administrators about what's coming up next. This is all coming to a head because, as I mentioned, we're in the central square of the school, and you can see here that as we're nearing the end of the school calendar, they're actually setting up for graduation. And as those discussions are taking place, hard to know how long they're going to be allowed to stay here. You already mentioned that there's been some heated confrontations with NYPD coming on campus, arresting dozens of pro-Palestinian protesters. Right now, there are no NYPD officers on campus. We're seeing a lot of campus security here. And as I mentioned, we haven't been able to talk officially to those running the encampment, but one student who is part of all of this came out and spoke to our cameras. Have a listen to what he said about what the movement is all about and why he's here.
We demand and we expect that Columbia will immediately divest from all military industry. Columbia will, in all future incidents, keep the NYPD off its campus. Columbia University will grant amnesty to every and all students who joined in this demonstration and in other pro-Palestinian demonstrations.
And Jacqueline, as you mentioned, this is an ongoing situation. It's been a flashpoint for the intensifying divisions over the Israel-Hamas war. And what we've seen different officials come on campus to visit this encampment. Scheduled for this afternoon is House Speaker Mike Johnson. It's expected that he's going to call on Columbia University's president to step down over this. There have been accusations that Columbia's president has lost control of the school.
Okay, well, we'll continue to watch that as well there, Chris. In terms of what you're hearing on the ground, I mean, you did speak with someone from inside the encampment there, but what are you hearing outside of the protest groups?
Yeah. So I should mention that because Columbia University has one of the most prestigious journalism schools in this country, we were escorted in by members of that school, but for the most part, the entire university is pretty much on lockdown. You know, Jacqueline, normally this campus would be open to anybody from the public. You could just walk right in. And right now, all the gates, except for one, is open. And you have to be a staff member or a student to come in. You have to show your ID. We were outside this morning, tried to talk to a lot of the people who are just students here or teachers who are not part of this encampment to talk about their feelings about what's happening on their campus. Many of them did not want to talk to us, but those who did shared some raw emotion.
I'm Jewish myself, and I find it incredibly offensive, some of the anti-Semitism that I'm seeing on campus. From the river to the sea is essentially asking for the annihilation of the Jewish people, and that's not something that I can stand behind, no matter what your politics are.
And Jacqueline, I just want to give one last pan inside the encampment because I want you to see that right now it is very calm and very peaceful. This is an ongoing situation, and we'll wait to see how this develops throughout the day.
That's the CBC's Chris Reyes in New York.